Going live, going live here in sunny, rainy day, California. Hi guys, how you doing? And oh, I didn't do my lipstick. I apologize. We are live, and I'm liable to do and say anything. Um, just live, basically, is what it is. So I do apologize in advance if you feel offended, offensive, offended, slighted. I don't know. Um, shoot, random thoughts everywhere. Anyway, anywho, I do apologize to you if you do not like anything that's coming out of my mouth today. Parents, I um, will try to keep things very shoot. What do you guys say nowadays? Politically correct? Why is my screen so grainy? Didn't I clean this thing? Excuse me. Didn't I clean that? No, no. Okay, sorry. And yeah, if I look hideous to you, too bad. Perfect. I love it even better. The more hideous, the best. Okay, so I'm here. I started my YouTube channel. I live stream. I don't edit. I keep saying we're going to edit. I'm too lazy. I'd rather have my son do it. If I can, if you see movement in the background, it's probably the cat or a kitten. I had a dog in the room with me. Okay, so my dog was in here, Raja, who got out on New Year's Eve. The day, was it New Year's Day? It was New Year's Day, yeah. Because we had the guys, my neighbors, my extended family, brother Jose Luis was having the fence put up, brick fence. So the dogs are normally on they were facing the house, the left side. Me facing towards the front of the house will be considered my right side. So I had to move them to my walkway side, to the back alley. So apparently, my eldest son was taking some stuff out, closed and locked the fence, and didn't really close and lock. So they got out. They were that strong on the door. And he's microchipped. Thank God I adopted him from the Carson shelter out here in California back in 2009, September 2009, I believe, September 27th or 30th. Right after, yeah, I got him then because our previous dog, Mufasa Valentino, was passed away. That was our heart of the family. He was a chow mix. But anyway, fast forward to our current dog, Maharaja. He got out, and that was like 3 or 4 p.m. And I was searching for him like all night. My youngest son, Jacob, got outside with me to look for him and couldn't find him. And I guess if we had gone one more street over, he would have heard us calling out his name. Apparently, he was up in an apartment complex and afraid to come down. Now, mind you, New Year's Eve. In our neighborhood, fireworks are illegal. Needless to say, folks like to bring the fireworks over from other cities and states and countries and keep using them 365 days a year, literally. You would think we're in a World War III zone, but there it is. So the next morning, because I was up till like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, yeah, outside and trying to look for him, Animal Control called me as I was about to go out to look for him. And she had him in the truck. She said, I'm out front. I said, thank you so much. So I need to get a shout out to her. I have her card somewhere, and to let her know, thank you from my heart. She even helped us with dog food, because when you lose your job and sometimes you go through layoffs, which I've gone through 3 or 4 of them already, but then you get injured from a really good job you've been on for almost 3 or 4 years, and you can't go back to work because of that, regular physical job that you're accustomed to having, then you're kind of like, oh gosh, what do I do? So it's taken me a couple of years to heal, not just my body, because it's not fully healed yet, but then my mindset, because I've always been a strong-minded person, but to the point where I'm used to having things come up and get by or just get jumps ahead financially. Well, all of my resources went bye-bye, and that really took a toll on myself and the family. And then this incident with the dog getting loose, I was torn between, okay, one less mouth to feed, but no, that's our baby. That's like having my own child being lost, and there's no way I was going to have that, And thank God, like I said, he is microchipped. Now, I'm not saying I'm for microchipping, because I wasn't, but they had to do it at the shelter. My other dog is not microchipped, but we feed him, and he's my little shadow. So he gets out the gate. I'm like, okay, I'm closing the door. You're gonna get left out and be hungry. He hears that, and he's running back. The other dog, he's like, let me go around, make my rounds around the neighborhood, and I'll come back later. But no, that day, fireworks, he has PTSD, so he's afraid of the fireworks, and he was not budging. So I'm so glad that he came home, and he's my big baby. He's a lap dog. He's a big dog that thinks he's a lap dog, and a little dog with the Napoleon complex thinks he's a big dog. Yeah. So, oh, kitty, don't you dare. No, go. Thank you. My little Harley Quinn. So, where was I? Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I'm glad to have my Roger back because that's my baby. So I gotta make sure I get his licensing redone. Make sure he gets to the vet to get all of his shots. Well, I'm pretty sure he's a 3-year rabies, but I just gotta get everything, rechecked, because when your finances have gone out the window and all of your savings that you saved up for, instances where you're going to be able to work for a long period of time, and whenever that happens, I don't know if mom, dads, aunties, uncles, and everybody, if you've gone through that, or kids, if you've experienced that with your family, where one day you have no worries, income's coming in all the time, you can go buy this and go do that, go places. And then all of a sudden, it's like you wake up and your bank account has been emptied. Where'd the money go? Where'd my savings go? And I have lost 10,000. Thank you, Roberto. But yeah. So you fight for your income. You fight for the money that was lost. You try to fight to get things back, and it's a long process. And so I'm doing the best I can as far as providing for my family. Right now, it's not much as I can do, other than be pushed, and I have been pushed to the limit of getting out of my head, one thing, controlling my mindset. So getting out of my head, controlling my mindset, ignoring, not completely with everything that someone says to you, because some things are necessary for you to hear as a lesson, to utilize it for yourself to progress forward, but not worrying so much all the time about what people are thinking about you, what they're saying, because you're hindering yourself, you're blocking your blessings and purpose if you do that. So I'm back on here relaying a part 2 message to the first one I did earlier today. There was another one, and I had to stop myself and realize, I'm like, okay, I may have jumped and said some things in it that may not be received properly, because I may not have said it correctly. And sometimes I may do that because I just speak quickly, thought comes out, and sometimes it's not always conducive to everyone's ears to hear and understand. Now, also, I will say this, because I'm live and I am having an active audience at one point, maybe thumbs up, thumbs down, subscribe. I'm going to be real as I can. I'm a human being. I'm a woman. So if you're wondering what kind of gender I am a female. I was born that way, and I'm going to stay that way. How I lived my life? Well, when I was little, I was a prince. I don't say princess, but my grandmother, was teaching me how to be a lady, and with class and etiquette, because we're old school, and for high society, of course, the lifestyle that she was used to as when she was coming up, and how our family was raised with moral and ethics, good character and integrity, where they give an example of knowing what place settings are, knowing how to, set the table, knowing how to have manners at a table when you go out to eat with not just family, but in public, how to have composure, watch your posture, clean fingernails, no dirty hands at all in the kitchen when you're cooking, or when you're eating. You always got to maintain your hygiene and wash your hands, and be respectful and kind to others. Those kind of things is what I'm referring to. As a young lady, I had very long hair down my back, pretty much where I could sit on it. With that said, even as an adult, hopefully kids, if you're going through this, because some people will be bullies to you, and that's no other word to call it, but they're being bullies, because bullies have their own insecurities, and they want to deflect it upon you to make themselves feel better, or maybe they feel inferior, or what's the word I'm looking for? It'll come up later because I'll remember it. But They feel, just say nowadays what the word is, they feel some kind of way towards you because they don't feel good about themselves, or maybe they feel threatened by you, by your looks or how you behave, or they just don't understand. So you're misunderstood a lot. Me, I'm a Pisces, using it as a reference of, you know, personality, I guess, or something, however you want to put it. I've been called shy girl, thunder thighs. Oh, and again, I'm sorry, Pearl. Hi, nice to meet you. Shake hand, okay. So I was teased a lot by my name. I'm named after, well, I share a name with my grandmother, God rest her soul. But my mom said I was named after Pearl Bailey because I don't know why she did that. And I went through a childhood of being taunted and teased for my name. Now, mind you, I admired being named after my grandmother because she was a classy woman. She was very upright, dressed very well, high society type. Okay, not snooty. God no, my grandmother's real. I mean, the stories she would tell me, and oh my gosh, yeah, she's special. She's a special woman. I love her and miss her very dearly. She was my best friend. Why is my mother not my best friend? Because my grandmother took care of me the most of the time when I was little. She was always there for me. I could always talk to her and she would understand me. On February 23rd, she's March 4th, so we're kind of like. And my mother, if for those who are following signs, she's a Cancer. So is my son, my youngest one, my ex. Basically, I like having peace and quiet and space, and they're kind of loud. I mean, I can my other son would say I'm loud, but only, well, maybe I can't be. I don't know. I talk loud. Come from a talking loud family. You would think that we're Jewish, Italian, and Greek or something. I don't know. But we regarding my lineage, because it'll come up in the comments, because I've had it come up in life itself, in person. People ask, what do you mix with? What do you this and that? Well, let's see. The camera angle is kind of weird and showing me as being yellow or tan. I don't know color you might call me, but I don't know. I don't have a pointy nose like my grandmother, but I'm just a mixed American. How about that? Because I was born and raised in America, New Jersey, and I have a lot of Native American blood in my body. I have mixed hair. I have, or what they call good hair in the Black community. Oh, you got that good hair. Yeah. And the way people say it really tells me a lot about them too. Okay. So anyway, because it wasn't always said in a nice way. So with that, I've had to deal with a lot of self-healing as an adult, because as a child, before coming out here in this state, I was very strong and knew myself very well. As I started growing up in this new state and new environment, self-doubt kicked in, because people are so, some people were well-meaning and others were very catty, and their tongues would say things in such a way that would keep cutting you, like little tiny knives cutting, little sharp blades. And then after having such thick skin, they kept peeling back the layers, and then it started getting to me. So the insecurities rose. So within the past few years, up until everything happened where my money is gone, and I've always tell people, don't mess with my time, my personal time, and don't mess with my money. And then on the third factor, don't mess with my family and friends or innocent people or animals. That's all in together on that, okay? But yeah, folks mess with my personal time and my funds, and I don't like that. So I've had to self-heal and try to get over the animosity and the anger and the bitterness and the resentment and everything else that I was feeling that was becoming too big in this big air balloon of emotions. Recently, I had a male friend tell me, because we're long distance, tell me that I'm too sensitive. And I thought about it before I responded. I said, sensitive? And I said, oh, so would you rather I be insensitive rather than sensitive? Think about that. Would you rather have a friend who's sensitive, meaning a person that loves deeply, has your best interest at heart, or would you rather I be insensitive, uncaring, demeaning, hateful, mean-spirited. What else can I add to that? And if you can relate, please let me know if it resonates with you, because those are things that we have to be mindful of when we're dealing with other people outside of ourselves. First off, you need to love yourself. Okay. You need to deep down deep, whatever you have to do, find alone time, go play basketball like I do. Or, when I say do, I shoot the basket and stuff. My rotator cuffs are torn, so I have to modify how I shoot and whatever without like click clacking or like here it's locking up right now when I do that. I don't want to do surgery. God, no. I'm looking into the stem cell research that I went to the seminar, and it seems like it'll be less costly, plus more effective with one shot, and boom, done. It heals. That's the way I want to go. So I have to raise money for that. And hopefully it'll help with my back, because my back is literally, when I say killing me, not like I'm going to die like today, but it feels like that, because I have an extreme high tolerance to pain, but when I start getting sleepy and really sick and nauseous, that's when I know the pain tolerance is going beyond. Like right now, I have to get my teeth done, toothache, broke my tooth. It's not fun, but here I am, chewing on ice. And because I'm trying not to eat chocolate. Oh, my ice cube is melting. So I try not to eat chocolate because I'm trying to maintain healthier habits of eating for the past couple of years of being off work. I noticed extreme weight gain. Now, mind you, when I had my second son, I gained a lot of weight, but it took a long time to lose it. That's 13 years worth of yo-yo weight up and down. The bottom line is, if you want to, lose weight, you got to eat healthy. Now, what I used to do is, and I know I'm sorry, Barring, I'll go back to the previous subject. When I was in college is I took up weightlifting and training because a friend of mine from high school, Robert, was a football player at the college we're going to. And I said, okay, I need to get myself in shape. So I started doing that. Fast forward a couple of years, I divorced from my first husband, and I skipped a spot in there. Had a kid, got married, divorced. Okay, fast forward. So then I met this guy in Venice Beach with my son at the time, my eldest son, when he was about 7 or 8 at the time. And that's when wrestling was really totally cool. I mean, it was cool before then, but then Triple H came in. So this guy that approached me in Venice Beach looked like Triple H. I freaked out because I love me some Triple H, right? And so he's like, hey, how you doing? I'm on rollerblades. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm freaked out. I'm leaving. Bye. And I don't know. We ended up talking and going out to eat at Argos and stuff here in Hollywood. And he got me back into the health food diet eating, and working out, which I really appreciate him for doing it. Thank you, Frank, for getting me back on track with that, because for a few years I had kind of like stopped doing things that I used to do for myself because of the marriage that I was in. I allowed someone else's mindset take over, and I lost myself there. When I say lost myself, I allowed their thinking to become my thinking, and it wasn't conducive for myself or my soul, or my well-being. So if you're going through something emotional and going through life, and it's hitting you hard, you think there's no way out. You feel like you're in a bottomless pit of dark despair, and you just want to end it all. Don't do it. Get help. Talk to someone. If you don't have no one to talk to, the best thing you can do for yourself is talk to yourself. Have those self-talks. Have a mirror and look at yourself and say, what's up, beautiful? How you doing? Talk these positive affirmations to yourself. Oh, there was a bug. Did you see it? Sorry. It was a gnat because I had a melon. So if you guys think it's a paranormal thing, no, it's the melon. It's a no-no. I usually don't like to eat in my room. It's like a big no-no, but because I need some quiet space, I'm kind of here. With the old, if you can see it, those borders up there on my wall have been here since we moved in here like 23 years ago. It's time for a change. Yeah. I used to wear gray bear, so that burgundy was like all across the wall, so it'd be dark. Yeah. So back forward to the mindset. I've noticed that the mental state of our kids or young people have reached a very extreme high, or at least it's always been there, but it's been more on the news lately. It's been a lot of happenings going on No pun to the movies that happening, but pretty much like that is going on in our society. My phone's ringing.
Call from +1 833.
Okay, and excuse me. It concerns me not just as an individual woman, but as well as a mom. I've always tried to teach my kids to be good people in the world. Have strong ethics, strong integrity, and good character. Not just because we're Christian. It's more so as a human being. What else? I mean, share the love that you have for yourself with others. Okay? Being cruel and mean doesn't solve or help anything that you're going through, because by deflecting that upon someone else, consider this. You being a bully because you've been bullied to someone else, is that solving your current problem? Does it make you feel any better in the long term? For the moment, you're like smug and, yeah, I got that person back. But guess what? It's going to come back and bite you harder. It's a thing called karma. It's going to bite you so hard that you're going to be crying mommy, daddy, or whoever, that, you hold dear to your heart to come help and save you. But in the end, you have to be accountable to yourself. You got to meet your maker, who is allowing you to go through some things. Yes. So don't blame him for your actions or reactions. You got to talk to yourself and say, okay, what can I do to avoid this? Or what can I do to make life better and easier for myself and everyone around me? Or how is the best way to react to a situation or someone who has, put mental harm towards me, or physical harm, spiritual, emotional, okay? So you got to think about those things. And I'm looking for my lipstick because it kind of wore off. So ladies and guys who are into making sure that you're not looking like a beauty queen online, look at my previous video. I was there, but I got, life happens. I was eating and yeah. So it is what it is. So, so those insecurities and things are going to, play out and bother you. You got to work on yourself. So again, about myself, how I ended up being online is a year's worth of forthcoming. I'm into the acting business. I act here and there. People say, oh, you're a working actor. Well, yeah, when I work. Right today I'm not working, so no, I'm not a working actress. But the days that I'm booked on a gig, thank God for the blessings when they come, that I'm able to get casted like I was for Saturday. I enjoy working and being creative and helping someone else as well with their creativity, because that also feeds me what's necessary into having a platform such as YouTube or Facebook, my Twitter, Instagram, in which I can, use it to display my creativity, or maybe just even follow my purpose, in which is always has been being of service to others. So no matter what job I've taken on, whether it's customer service, retail, sales, it's still in the line of being of service to others. God's will is for us to be of service to others as well, and it's still in alignment. So here I am, being the mom that I am, and the only best person I can be, and I hope to be, because I'm still growing. Yes, I'm an adult, and I still have a lot to learn, a lot to share. I'm doing that here with you guys. So it's unedited, it's live stream, and if I did do a live stream prior to, and I didn't post it and keep it posted publicly, probably because I saw something in it that needed to be reflected upon to make sure that the message is clear and not just jibber jabber, random, Yiddish, random stuff being put out there. Now, as far as my speech impediment and language, I normally talk faster because I'm really hyper, and I'm trying to slow myself down so that way I can be understood and heard. And I'm trying not to slur over any of my words because, gosh, I'm slowing it down a bit for you guys. So if it sounds mumbled, that's why. So, because someone used to tell me, oh, you mumble a lot. Well, I'm speaking under my breath because I'm kind of agitated, irritated that you don't understand me when I'm talking fast. So if you can't keep up with my mindset where I am speaking, then Maybe you have a problem, not me. Am I stepping on some toes somewhere? I'm trying to. I need a Snickers bar, and no, I'm not being sponsored by Snickers, although that would be nice. But it's more like a Snickers moment right there. So I have a lot of puns and stuff, and I'm kind of snarky, as I was told. I'm snarky and sarcastic and bubbly, and what else? I don't know, goofy, a whole bunch of stuff. So kids, if you're looking at this, if you look closely, if any of what I'm saying is resonating with you, an adult online exposing herself, and I don't mean like, guys, keep it clean. I'm not physically exposing myself. No, I'm exposing like my internalness as far as like being open with you. You will see women online doing their makeup tutorials and stuff, and I would love to do that, but I felt so self-conscious and so unworthy. Like, how dare I try to go online to show myself or be seen? I'm like, that's contradictory, bro, because you like to be on TV. Yeah, I don't mind doing that. You know, I'm not a beautiful actress like the other stars that you see. I'm not into wearing a bunch of junky makeup on my face, caked on. But at the same time, it's fun to put on the makeup, to look different, to do things. And then at the same time, I'm dealing with also my Christianity as far as like, okay, if I do that, am I being considered a Jezebel? So what standard of living is it when you want to be creative, when you have a bunch of people condemning you, belittling you, criticizing you for wanting to be creative and do the artistic things that you want to do? But at the same time, you have to find that balance and trueness within yourself. You have to say, okay, God, as long as we're good, as long as you and I are good with what I'm about to do or what I'm doing, as long as I'm not hurting anyone intentionally, or hopefully not, I want to be able to spread your love through me to others the best way I know how, and without stepping on anyone's toes or hurting anyone's feelings. This world has gone soft. Excuse me, and I'm saying that. We have really. Everyone's upset because they feel less empowered. They feel that their value has been cut down. They feel helpless. They feel, what's the words for it? Alone. They feel small. They feel so many little different things that we've become soft in our emotions and feelings. And it's that bully mentality that has made an uprising for a lashback. Now, many people are not mentally capable of dealing with such situations to maintain their sanity, to be strong enough to get day by day, because as you can see, we've lost so many young people to suicidal death due to other kids taunting them, being hateful. And I'm going to say it right now, and you can disagree if you want to, but it starts at home. In your own house, with the people that are raising you or not raising you with moral ethics and background. Now, mind you, if they are raising you with moral ethics, how are they doing it? Are they doing it by hurting you physically, mentally, abusing you? And again, the words are a powerful thing. There's a song that we always would sing when I was little. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Well, guess what? Sticks and stones can break my bones, but words can hurt. Because sometimes it's a matter of who's saying the words to you. So I'm trying to focus on the camera and I'm not. And the closest people to you, or the people that you care about most, who say things to you that are hurtful, that's what hurts the most. Believe me, trust me, and when I say I've gone through it, and I still do, but I had to get back to my original self when I was little, the fearless, strong girl who didn't care, didn't give a tootie hoot, ding dong dang. Try not to swear. about what people used to say to me because I dared them. I double dog dared them to say something to me because I knew who I was and whose I was. Does you know the difference? Knowing who you are and whose you are. My Father above that's my dad. Because I didn't know my physical dad, my earthly dad. As far as I know, he died in Vietnam because a man's war over greed took him away from me. I'm pretty sure some of you that are watching this probably lost someone to war because of man's greed in the world. So we lost a lot of loved ones. So my condolences to you all. I'm sorry for your loss, and I hope you learn to heal from it and then just embrace the love that is left with you, even the memories of them, and know that you're here and you have more love within you than you know that you can share with others. Okay. So some of the stories I've read before are books that I've purchased over the years since I was a little girl. And I've shared them with my sons, and I look forward to sharing them with you. I've already did a couple of videos where I'm reading the stories, and a lot of the stories do have good moral backgrounds to it. Otherwise, I wouldn't read it to you guys. Okay. And with that said, I think this is it. Hopefully, what I've said helps someone out there. I do not want to be a detriment to anyone. I do want to be of service and helpful to you. So I'm utilizing this platform to basically, if you hear the township, I apologize. You get township on. I'm utilizing this platform to grow my creativity and hopefully, I guess you can consider me like a foster sub mom to you if you don't have a mom, or maybe if you do, or auntie, that you have someone to talk to. So if you ever want to leave a comment, you have any suggestions, parents or adults, that'll be great. If you have anything negative to say, it is what it is. If it's appropriate, I'll leave it up. But if not, I will have to use that little, what is it called? Inappropriate chat clearance. I'll use that. I don't have any background music right now. I accidentally had Michael Jackson on another video, and I didn't quite get dinged for it because I have no rights to it. So again, as usual, I have no rights to any stories of books or songs that will be played on here unless it's originally written by myself or maybe my sons. Okay. And I tend to get disclaiming here. I will get goofy, act silly, do a little breakdance pop rock for it because that's who I am. And I'm going to go over a lot of different things. So if that works out for you, great. If not, then I wish you all the best. And what else? Oh, yeah. I'm running out. Me getting speechless. What else can I tell you? I don't know. I'm going to touch bases on a lot of different things. Current events, paranormal, whatever is going on, I'm going to talk about it. My condolences to the families out there who lost their recently, over the weekend, lost some lives over in Torrance at this bowling alley. So I'm deeply sorry for your loss. And for those who decided they thought it was cool or, macho to bring a gun to a family environment to start shooting people because you felt some kind of way about someone else, you gotta stop and think and find out just how, oh Lord, forgive me for saying this, but how idiot, stupid that was of you. How heartless and cruel that is. What kind of person does that? Really think about that. Did you let a demon jump into you and take over and say, we're going to do this today? And then you wake up, you're like, what happened? Huh? Are you that evil and insane inside that you would want to take someone else's life? For what? Apparently you don't own any property. You're not a business owner because people don't do that. I mean, good people. And people are talking about aliens are visiting. Well, who would want to visit some place where people are like shooting at each other for no reason or for what? And here we are having these crazy wars and still innocent lives are being lost for what? Because somebody wants to take over someone else's country or property? That's greed. But then again, who am I? I'm just a mom who went to college, who studied on her own, have life experiences, and I'm speaking only the truth of what I can tell you about. I can't speak for anyone else, and nor can anyone speak for my truth, my personal truth, from how I vision and see things with my eyes. So it is coming from my perspective, opinions, of course, and you're more than welcome to chime in and chat and talk about it. Because I know some of you kids are in school, you're going through history, social sciences, economics, and all that kind of things, and you have questions. Now, like as I mentioned to my own kids, as they're growing up, I have a 27-year-old and a 13-year-old. I will always tell you the truth. I will not whitewash anything. And if I don't know something, then I'm going to tell you I don't know. But I will refer you to someone that I trust that is going to hold up their good character and integrity to share the information with you. Other than that, that's it. I'm just me. I'm a mom. It's weird saying that because I never saw myself as being a mom. And here I am. I'm a mom. Oh boy, not a grandmom yet. Not yet. Hopefully not until I have my money right. Because when I am a grandma, I want to, spoil them like as much as possible and have them travel with me. Okay, so with that said, I'm going to end because it'll become I can be long-winded and I'll start rambling on and on and on like a rambling rose. Okay, guys, thanks for joining in with me on this stream. This is the second part to the first part. If you need mental health, I hate saying mental health. Let's just say if you need someone to talk to, reach out to someone you trust who has connections, or just Google up suicide prevention hotline. Find the strength to do that because I can post the information down on my channel. But at the same time, if you don't make the first effort to get help, then again, use that self-talk to yourself to empower yourself, regain your strength to so that way we don't lose you. Okay? And if no one else loves you, I love you. I may not know you personally, but I still have love for you because you are my brother and sister in this world, and I want the best for you, just like someone else who helped me wanted the best for me. Okay? All right, guys. Have a good evening. I may come back on later. I'm having technical difficulties on some of my videos, so I gotta make sure this one is available to post. And then what else? Yeah, that's about it. Okay, what's today? January 7th. It's a Monday. It's a Monday. So, guys, yeah, I know my lips is like really rubbed off. I was eating my ice, and I finally got the chance to eat my breakfast late, and just kind of rubbed it off. So makeup does not last on this face at all. Whew, okay. All right. See you guys later. Talk to you, and we'll discuss some more things. If, again, like, unlike, subscribe, comment for me, and we'll see you soon. Bye.